bop, say bop. Is there other lyrics
besides? That's not the words at all. Those are not the words to bop.
None of them are words.
It starts with bop, and then it goes where your heart goes.
Bop, bop, yeah. Those are the words. Everybody knows the words.
Okay, so well, your heart goes in a weird direction, because mine just goes bop for 3.5 minutes.
That's incorrect. Hanson is a real band. They release real albums. They release real songs. They're actually pretty good.
I would debate at least 2 of those 3.
It's sort of like Carly Rae Jepsen.
No, Carly Rae Jepsen is a real band.
How is it sort of like Carly Rae Jepsen?
Well, like everybody's like, oh, that's just the Call Me Maybe girl, but actually, like she has like dope albums.
No, she is the correct pop star.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep, we're going. It's happening. That's how this goes. Welcome to It's All Tangents, everybody. We're back. Woo! Welcome to being a patron on a Patreon that actually gets updated and has somebody posting to it on a regular basis.
Frankly,
someone who's done it for 2 days.
Yeah,
this is why
that's how I do.
Like this is why I haven't been a patron, is because I've been concerned about your upload schedule. It's actually really weird because like occasionally you'll do things like say, oh well, this according to this, go check the Patreon post or whatever, but I can't because I'm not a patron, so I don't have access.
Yeah, that's true. I forget that most of the other Door Monster people can't actually look at any of the stuff on the Patreon.
And I mean, like,
I am a patron still.
I could give you money, but like it seems reductive.
Speaking of which, I believe I deserve a $1 raise to cover Patreon costs.
I still just pay you guys contractor costs, so I could just reimburse you the extra $5 a month if you wanted to get access to the Patreon.
Then I'm gonna give it to Crash Course, and it's not like you're gonna check.
So we have new reward tiers in case anybody's listening to this but didn't check that part, which is unlikely.
Hey, Kyle, can you read off the reward tiers for us?
I can do that. Yes, we have. I can't read the names.
No. I need you to read the names of the reward tiers, Kyle. How did we make it so that
I have these memorized because I've been writing about them.
Oh, really? Do you know the Swedish?
All right. So off the back of my head, it is. Oh no, I don't know the first one.
That's because you're supposed to go off the top of your head.
Up talk, and then it's Comstock, and then it is Tillagang.
I was gonna do the Tillagang.
Contact.
It's definitely like Tillagong.
It's Tillagang.
No. This
I already
is
wrote the song and everything.
This is Tillagong. Some other people don't know the gong. See,
it can't be gang. None of the vowel sounds make the sound that it looks like they should make. That's all I remember.
It's like to make any Swedish vowel, you must pronounce the vowel while smelling fermented fish.
It's Upstack, I think. Upstack is the last one.
I'm just saying, like, how Door Monster is it? We get to make our own tiers, and the only purpose of this website is give us money, and we still make it hard for ourselves.
I think it's Upstack, Overstock, Tillgang, and then Contact. But
all right, you're shuffling consonants around. Like I'm not. Like I know their language is messed up, but like I don't think it's that bad.
I thought they were plays on those words because like instead of like it's like Upstack, like you're gathering a bunch of Door Monster content.
No,
Overstock, you're overstocking on Door Monster content.
I mean, if the mnemonic device helps, that's good, but they're just translations of English words.
Like when
Tillagang is when you take the Door Monster logo and you put it in your closet. I think that is that's the graphic on that one.
Yeah,
and then
my least favorite Patreon advertisement we've ever done.
Well, it's not our fault. Ethan's not here.
I'm working on doing the ad while we have the green screen up so you can put all sorts of nonsense behind us.
I request floating shrimp. Right.
Yes, this is going to be editing the actual ad for this is going to be fantastic.
And currently the plot is that, man, I wish there was just modular Door Monster content to fit into my busy life and schedule.
Perfect.
And it's like, well, there is perfect modular content with absolutely understandable tiers.
Yeah. I just want to say, like, when I made the first IKEA name joke, it was just clock go backwards, and that was it.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I have that available. So I have, actually, a couple thoughts. One is if there's a way to work Matt into the commercial as somebody who just pops into frame and occasionally says a Swedish word, like some kind of weird Six Flags mascot that may or may not be sort of racist, that would be great.
I was really on board until you said Six Flag. It's not a racist thing. It's just that man still haunts my dreams. Like, how weird was that promotion?
He's still dancing. He's still
Well,
dancing.
they also had. I was actually thinking the Asian guy. Do you remember that one?
No, now it sounds racist though.
There was a variation. It definitely was. Somehow Six Flags okayed they decided to get rid of the dancing old man and replace it with an Asian man who would instead, his face would like pop into frame and he would go, I'm not going to do with the accent, but he would say Six Flags, more flags, more fun. But he would do it in like the most Asian accent you could possibly do it in.
It's okay. That commercial was more about like, oh, your aunt's birthday party has 0 flags, but Six Flags has 6 flags. It's bold.
But why was it the Chinese guy, Ricky?
So like, I mean,
what
first
was
off,
the point of that?
Well, you're presuming it was a fake accent. Maybe they just hired the best man for the job, and that's how he spoke.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the panel of white Texans that run Six Flags did.
So it's only
Isn't the Six Flags guy like actually like a chick in prosthetics, anywaes?
Yes,
no.
The old guy is. Yeah, it's not a real old guy.
I disbelieve you. I believe he is a monstrosity from the nethers that has come back to haunt me. But
I associate that song with also the stupid Heavy and Scout getting like beat up by Thomas the Tank Engine.
Why is there a name Thomas the Tank Engine? I don't know.
Thomas the Tank Engine. I don't know. It's just something that's consumed our life.
Thomas the Tank Engine was already existentially terrifying enough without being memed. Like, there's the one where guys like coal box doesn't work right, so they actually just take him off the tracks and they make him into a power station behind the train tracks, and he just sits there and runs all day but goes nowhere. And that's just like he still has a face. He's still just there doing it.
I've seen these articles where it's like Thomas the Tank Engine is this like super weird, like beyond like Aesop's fables level of like cruel punishment.
And maybe it's like is it the monomyth?
Like
is this
like every lesson that is learned in Thomas the Tank Engine is always like punished by like eternal servitude or like eternal prison?
Right. No,
I don't remember.
It's never.
I guess I just didn't watch enough Thomas the Tank Engine because I don't remember these things.
That's why we're married, actually. Children who watch Thomas the Tank Engine or whatever are big red flag. Can't have them around.
See, I read Thomas the Tank Engine.
I'm sure Thomas the Tank Engine came on every now and then, but it was not a like mainstay of my childhood.
Well, it was English, right? Like it feels like an English
it's
TV
British
show.
as hell, right? It's like the guy's name is the Fat Controller, right? Like it's just like a very British description, you know. Hello,
Isn't it Mr. Black Hat?
No, it's like the fat man, the controller. I don't know.
No, hold on, Mr. Thomas Tank Engine.
I remember there being some humans. I think Reed and I had like a Thomas the Tank Engine movie or something that we watched a couple times on.
Now
It's
on VHS.
Sir Topham Hatt.
no, but he's like the fat man. There's Google Thomas the Tank Engine fat man, and I'm not responsible for what you find.
This guy.
I'm picturing a nuke with a face on it.
I know. Thomas the
It's
Tank
this guy,
Nuke.
but his name, he is credited as Sir Topham Hatt. There is
Sir
the
Topham
thin
Hatt.
controller.
Yeah.
There is
You
the
guys-
fat clergyman.
You guys
No.
remember how VHS tapes used to like the nice like the bougie VHS tapes came in like those weird like hollow plastic book
Yeah.
covers?
Are you
Yeah.
thinking about Timmy the Tooth? Because I'm thinking about Timmy the Tooth.
I
No, I'm
wasn't,
never thinking of
but
Timmy the Tooth.
now you brought it up, and Drew Gooden brought it up the other week, and so I've been thinking about him way more than I ever wanted to again.
Timmy the Tooth is like Thomas the Tank Engine, but there's no reason for him to exist. He was a mistake made in hell.
You know it's something that
if you
kids
see
can't
the image,
ever-
it'll either awaken a deep memory in you or it won't.
All right, let me see this thing.
I'm pulling open a picture
Timmy
of Timmy
the
the
Tooth.
Tooth to show Allison.
Kids can't ever experience like
Can't
the
see it.
joy of renting a VHS or receiving a VHS, opening the box and being delighted
No.
that it was a
Not for me.
non-black color.
Ooh. It's
Yeah.
like
When you got like a Rugrats movie, it
Like
was
the
like
orange one?
the Nickelodeon orange, and you were like, "What is this? My
This
world
is like-
has changed."
This is why the best N64 game was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, because the plastic was blue.
It was a blue
Ooh.
plastic, yeah,
The Spider-Man one was
also-
red too. I have that one still.
yeah.
What was red?
The Spider-Man game.
Oh,
And Donkey Kong 64 was a yellow cartridge.
mm-hmm. And some very few Ocarina's of Time were gold.
I do remember that. Yeah, I don't know if I have one of those right now or not.
I had the gold Majora's Mask with the hologram.
You had the holo sticker. I knew you would. You seem like that kind of guy.
I actually never played Ocarina of Time until it released on the 3DS. I only played Majora's Mask.
Not even the GameCube remaster. Wow.
No, I think I got Wind Waker. I've played Wind Waker, but I didn't have all the cool fancy pre-order bonuses with Wind Waker.
Did they used to do that? Were there pre-order bonuses for N64 games? Was that a thing?
The very best pre-order bonus of all time was Ocarina of Time Master Quest. Because it came with Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and the first two ones on NES, which were unplayable, frankly, but they did exist.
You got that for pre-ordering Wind Waker, right?
Yeah, and it's that disc alone will go for when it was new, that disc alone went for $80. That's in $97, so that's $3,000 now.
I remember I pre-ordered some games definitely for some pre-order bonuses. I think I remember I pre-ordered Pokemon Pearl.
Pokemon what?
And Pokemon Pearl.
And you got a stylus.
It came with a stylus and a holder for the stylus. But if you didn't pre-order Diamond, you didn't get the Diamond stylus. You had a 2 stylus holder, but only 1 stylus.
Which is really too bad because the Palkia stylus, let's be real, just looked like a penis.
Palkia is not a good design, but I didn't look much at Palkia Dialga at the time. My buddy said he was getting Diamond, so I got Pearl.
Oh, I believe the term for this is Pearl bitch.
No, hold on.
Well, that sounds right.
Look, I stuck to my guns ever since that. That was the mistake I made. I picked Pearl. But ever since then, I picked the option I wanted. I picked Pokemon Y. I got Omega Ruby.
Okay, so the correct for those listening, the canon correct choices are red, silver, emerald. You just skip ruby and sapphire, and then diamond, and then the rest of them aren't worth playing. That's
okay. Also, hold on, Mr. Shield Bitch over here.
Okay, I am Shield Bitch. But they made a whole anime about me.
No idea what's happening.
I have not kept track of Pokemon games in the last
the
decade,
latest
so
one
I
was
don't know any of
Pokemon
them
Sword
either.
and Shield, and
because they finally ran out of colors
Pokemon
and gems.
Shield. Well, because it's British.
What?
Oh, right.
And British, and the game is so unbelievably British. It goes out of its way. I was playing it on stream the other day, and I had people from England translating some of the dialogue for me. So I was I don't know what that word means, and they're just oh, that's a word for a nap. And I'm okay.
Weird.
It's great though. Definitely a top tier Pokemon game.
Can't wait till they do the American edition.
They already have.
Have they? Which one was?
Black and White was New York.
Black and White
was
is
it?
New York.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was okay.
Oh, come on. We played Black and White 2 on stream all over the summer, and we had a great time.
We did.
Wait, New York City? You're just in a city the whole time?
Not quite.
There's a lot of big cities, and there's bridges connecting all of the boroughs. Quote
Okay.
unquote. So it's if you were to look at the top of the map and zoom out, it looks like a map of New York City.
Interesting.
Which is, did you say bureaus? Because bureaus are
boroughs,
investigative
I think,
agencies or cabinets. But
what's the
borough?
What's the term? Borough?
Borough, yeah,
it's related to the word neighborhood.
So where do Ron and the Weasleys live?
They live obviously in a bureau. It's like a cabinet that's 4 feet tall.
They live in the bureau, right? The bureau?
No, it's the burrow. That's a burrow. That's like a badger burrow.
Yeah.
That's literally a burrow, yeah.
Okay. For dialect test, Ricky, tell me, what does a dog do to a bone in the backyard?
Oh no, he buries it.
He buries it, or does he bury it?
He buries it.
Oh, you're a bury guy instead of a bury guy.
Oh my god!
Who is a bury guy? Who says bury?
I knew people in college who were bury people. I think they're from the Northeast.
Tell them to stop.
I did not trust them.
The worst thing ever is pop.
Music?
Anybody who calls soda pop
Wait,
is wrong.
I don't know. We all grew up with that, like in our textbooks and things. Like, here's what regional differences look like. About 54% of the United States called soda pop, but that just can't be true, right? Like,
No,
nobody
it's
has
not
ever
true.
done that.
Nobody says pop. There's like soda, and if you've been like indoctrinated into a capitalistic society like us, Coke.
Right. In Texas, it's definitely, I want a Coke. What kind?
But there's never like, hey, I'm going down to the pop shop. Nobody says that. That's like Clockwork Orange talk.
Right.
That does just seem like a TV thing, but I don't know. Well, Allison, you lived in Rhode Island for a while. Was it a pop state?
It was.
No!
Is that actually what they said?
Yeah.
You're lying.
They had a lot of weird things. God, what was the weirdest thing was when I went, my boss invited me out to go get like ice cream. Rhode Island had a lot of those like old dinery ice cream places for some reason. Like that was their thing. And we were sitting across from each other and she's like, oh, I'll get a chocolate ice cream with Jimmy's. And I was like, what?
Okay, I grew up with Jimmy's though.
Yeah, I'd never heard that word in my life. And
It says it on the
ordered
bottle.
sprinkles and we both just stared in horror at each other.
Wasn't the bubbler another thing too from there?
That's exclusively Rhode Island. But yeah, that's
The bubbler
the name for a water fountain.
Are you sure it's not a toilet? That sounds like one of the. If I don't know what something means and it involves something related to water, I'm going to presume it's a toilet.
Yeah, no, I had somebody come up and ask me where the bubbler was, and I thought I was having a stroke, honestly. This was not a word that has ever existed in my brain, and so she looked at me like I was crazy. I looked at her like she was crazy, and I don't actually remember how that interaction concluded.
No, it's still happening. This is all just a deep spiral wall. You haven't answered yet, Allison. Wake up.
So as far as like the Jimmy's sprinkle thing goes, it's weird. Nobody says Jimmy's. Everybody says sprinkles. Also, sprinkles are the worst topping, but also a topping of pride. I'll have you know that there's this wonderful place called Brahms.
Oh yeah.
And it's in Amarillo, and it's also in Dallas, which are two places I went a lot to play a lot of Magic for money. And the rule is at Brahms, after a Magic event, is that sprinkles are for winners. So if you didn't win, you don't get sprinkles, and that's the rule.
Okay, but this explains why I never had sprinkles, for one thing. I'm proud to live a Jimmy-less life, but the best correct ice cream topping is gummy bears, specifically
God damn it.
sour
I knew
gummy
you were
bears.
going to say something stupid like that.
You're wrong. It's something like
You and Allison
personally-
both. I don't understand it.
It's because they get
personally,
like
I think
chewy and
it's
kind of hard.
Reese's
They're
cups
great.
chopped up like at Marble Slab.
Okay, but nobody likes Reese's. Reese's are for losers.
That's not true. Will Arnett likes Reese's. He's the spokesperson for Reese's.
Is he?
He's
Will
in all
Arnett?
the ads.
Who can look
I
at
haven't seen
BoJack Horseman and go, "Wow, I want that guy's product"?
Amen.
I was watching a Survivor today, and one of the people who has won Survivor somehow transitioned his win from Survivor into a staff writing job, where he was writing for the movie We Are the Millers, or the TV show The Millers, which is Will Arnett in it. So it was just a little surreal, but
Who
like
did
they
that?
like had a whole sketch where
I mean, that-
Will Arnett was voting him off of the show.
That actually doesn't surprise me at all. Like, based on how I know like people get jobs in the film industry, that 100% makes more sense than somebody who's like a qualified career writer getting a job.
Right. That depends.
Well,
Like,
apparently he went.
have
He
we
was
tr-
a writer when he went on.
Mm.
Have we tried winning Survivor? we could still
no.
make this attempt.
I've thought about it.
Have you? Would you go on Survivor?
I feel like if the opportunity was offered, I feel like I would do it.
Freaking
Kyle,
you should try
You
it.
would 100% be voted off like in the first third of the season because
I would either
know,
make it all the way to the end or I would be voted off first. So those are the only two options.
It would never be anything you did wrong. It would just be something's not right about that guy.
If you
I feel like
didn't
Kyle
make it
could,
further
like,
than Sandra, I would
Definitely
divorce
do
you.
fine. Pre-merge, I think Kyle's got a strong pre-merge. Post-merge, he might be able
No, I
to
agree.
come
I'd be-
across as a goat.
I think I'd be good as like a team player, but right when it turned competitive amongst everybody, I would not be.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be able to handle it anymore.
Aw.
I think I would be a
Did you
great
know-
joke entrant. Like,
That
Yeah,
on
they need some of
any-
those sometimes.
I would
any
love to
given
be.
season of Survivor, like 40% of the people there didn't know they were going to be on Survivor.
Right.
Like, they did not apply to be on Survivor. They applied to be on any other CBS show or were in another agency that CBS works for. Huh?
What season was this?
No, in any season.
Well, I have heard that most of the... I mean, I guess we shouldn't talk too much about Survivor here because we have another podcast entirely set aside for that. But I have heard that a lot of the people who do get cast on that show, Allison's looked up a lot about it, and apparently a bunch of them are... it's not just like people plucked off the street. Like a lot of them are performers in some capacity or have had a performing experience.
I want to see an all drag race season of Survivor.
That would be the most amazing mashup of our favorite shows.
Like this is great because like I maintain that all reality television, competitive reality television, exists on a spectrum between RuPaul's Drag Race and Survivor. And I want let's just annihilate the two into one entity and see what happens.
Agreed. All I really want to do if I go on Survivor is just build stuff, though. Like that's really just the only thing I want to. Like I want to like watch a whole bunch of primitive technology beforehand, and I just want to like build crap.
I want to go fishing.
Don't build the death pit.
No. Fishing. Everything it deserves a fishing minigame.
But if I build the death pit, I might catch Jeff, and then I win. I think that's how that works.
I can't catch Jeff.
I don't think it works. I think Jeff floats.
I actually did. I ran a one-shot D&D thing for Allison's family at one point where I told them all to make 2 characters, and then I threw them all on a beach and then started describing an obstacle course laid out in front of them. And then a man in shorts and like a button-up shirt just started like swimming towards them at 90 miles an hour and got out of the water. And it was just Jeff, and they were on Survivor, like Galarian or whatever. And so I just threw them into all these stupid things. Every single time I introduced Jeff, I just had him like tunnel up out of the sand or like swing through the trees like an ape or just like all this ridiculous crap.
Jeff this is like a hero.
The one Pathfinder 2nd edition game I ran for y'all, where it was my founding premise was this is a cross between The Bachelor and Saw.
That was great.
that was with Little Harambe. That's right.
Yes, that was the game.
Yeah.
The 24. We've never done a 24-hour stream. What are you talking about?
You remember the fever dream of D&D that we played on there?
Oh my god!
I think it involved eventually like the Legends of the Hidden Temple.
It did, yeah.
Oh my god, you're right. Didn't I just like steal a bunch of stuff from it and leave or something? I barely remember. This.
I seem to recall that you all died.
I think we did. I don't know. This literally feels like trying to remember a dream. I can't remember any of this.
I think Kyle became like the Crab King or something really dumb.
That sounds like something I would do.
And then we time skipped like 50 years, and then you met your demise 50 years later. It was like a crab rebellion or something. We'll never know. That footage is gone. Thanks, YouTube.
I just remember it ended up like the last thing I remember was vaguely, very, very hazily, Allison started playing Amnesia: Dark Descent.
Oh yeah, you're right. We did do
and I was, I know we got it was great because you played it smart like an actual like a scared person would. So getting through every door took like 24 minutes. Just like as you
scaredy.
And then like we got to the part where like I swear like we saw a figure cross the door on the hall like across from us, and that's when the stream ended. It was like just about to actually get scary or something.
Yeah,
I think
yeah, it really was. I remember that actually, and that's definitely right.
At some point, somebody handed me a controller at like 4 a.m. to play Human Fall Flat.
Right.
And it was like against John, and John was like, John is untethered by the needs of sleep. So like he was still at 120% and just like zooming past me, and I am just like, what's walk?
No. I think like John works the other way. John needs sleep to slow down. He was like at full like 250% at this point.
John continues accelerating until he achieves sleep velocity.
The first law of Johnny in motion: a John put into motion will stay in motion until somebody forces him to slow the hell down.
Before we get too close to the end, I wanted to just throw out some of my favorite new rewards from the Patreon for anybody who wants to maybe up upgrade their subscriptions.
This is what we're doing. We're advertising the Patreon.
I just wanted to talk about the stuff that I have because I put it all in there, but like the current patrons may not have actually like looked into it as much as somebody who is just getting started would.
Sure.
True.
But if you're on the $10 tier, you can now. By the way, if you go to it should just be like my subscription or something or whatever, my something. If you go there, I have made a big list of all the links for every tier that will lead to your stuff. So one of the things is a big. You should look through this actually, Ian, because you might find it amusing. A giant Google Doc just full of door monster files. And like
really?
Some of it is like images, like image assets and stuff that you can use if you like need it to reference for fan art or something like that. Some of it is just absolute nonsense that no one has ever seen before.
Uh-oh.
This is probably like I'm sure I've looked for every one of these files at some point and been told, I don't know. It's maybe, but now it's on the patron list. It's available.
I think my phone game that I developed halfway is on there somewhere.
Action Dive.
Yeah.
That was such a good game.
The 3D model of DoodleCon is available for download in Blender format.
Oh God,
so.
No! You're letting it out. If you access this Google Doc, it will show up in your videos that you make. It's a self-inserting Blender file.
This includes a very strange unwrapped photo of Ian that I made in Photoshop as the texture for DoodleCon.
Oh God.
I would like to give an excuse, but it's too late.
I removed that weird 3D globe image of my room off of my drive the other day, actually.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I've had you guys take a lot of like photosphere images that have just been floating around on the internet, I guess.
It was very helpful on my phone. I got to show people, hey, this is what my room looks like, except if you were like looking through 20 panes of glass.
If you were fourth dimensional. There's also there's a list now or like a form where you can submit ideas for sketches, and then I was going to do a thing where one of our videos like every other month we do just like a 24-hour like video jam kind of thing where we just start the day. We just pick a day and we're like, we're going to pick one from the list. We're going to figure out a really quick script in the morning, shoot it, throw the footage together, and just have the video done. And then it goes up like for patrons early.
But see, this is how viewer submissions is how you get the mayonnaise sausage.
It doesn't mean we
no.
use all of them. Hopefully we get enough of them that we pick the ones that are good.
Hey,
Why did he say that?
The ordinary sausage man, he does like once a month viewer submitted sausages.
This is the guy that just makes sausage of anything.
Yeah, they've had great suggestions such as the ice sausage, which is just ice cubes in the sausage casing. The air sausage, where he just blew up the sausage casing and tried to cook it. And then most recently, the mayonnaise sausage.
That can't be that bad. Like, mayonnaise is great.
Yeah, but it's just like a sleeve of mayonnaise, right? Like,
I mean, I'm not going to eat the whole thing.
Sleeve of mayonnaise. Yeah, he took one bite.
I have been described as a fried sleeve of mayonnaise in my time.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. You should not talk to that person anymore.
Agreed. That's not your friend, Ian.
It was me. I did it.
We also have Patreon only merchandise, which is pretty cool. My main tactic here was, as with every other success in my entire life, just imitating Freddie Wong. So I just copied his podcast Patreon, because I donate to that one. It's the only one that has ever caught my attention enough to donate it to it. So I just figured, well, if this one got my attention, imitating it probably is a good idea. But I've gotten some of the Patreon merchandise from them, and it's actually really high quality. So if you're interested in getting some of that stuff, we have a quarterly merch drop that you can get if you donate for 3 months on the 25 tier,
which is a cool thing.
Yeah, and the first thing is the classic The Guards Themselves poster, which we never actually ended up selling.
Oh, those are great posters.
Yeah. And then if you end up donating on the 50, which is the highest one available at the moment, we have a couple of clever ones, I think, which is you get new merch for free if we add it to our DFTBA store. We just immediately have them send you one of whatever it is. I might retroactively do the Hobo plush for some of the people who are on the 50, depending on how many people are on there. And then if you also get a credit if you donate on that tier every 3 months, you can cash in a credit for either getting a recorded voice or video message from a member of the DM crew, like Cameo.com style, a 1-hour consultation from me or another crew member of your choice for a creative project, or a signed copy of a Door Monster sketch script of your choice, or any item you want to send in.
I will sing your original song. Do it, cowards.
He said it.
Critique your historic deck.
Yeah, there you go.
I believe if you pay him enough, Ricky will write Skyvault for you.
So I will in fact write Skyvault for you. But that's 30 minutes. Allison, what's the name of the episode?
Of this episode?
Yeah. Name this episode based on what we've talked about so far.
Well, that's a shame. I wasn't listening.
Nope, that's the name. All right.
That's the name. Allison wasn't listening.